Okay, this is my first attempt at making a Greenland paddle. Now, first I thought I might be able just to go into a builder's merchant and buy a 2x4, but it turns out it's actually quite difficult finding good quality softwood in this country. So I ended up going to a specialist timber merchant and I bought some western red cedar and laminated a strip of tulipwood in the centre, and even that was quite difficult to get hold of. You can see there's a knot there in the worst possible place, but hopefully with the lamination it'll be strong enough. The cost of this piece of cedar, about 2.4 meters long, was about £60, and the tulip wood was quite cheap. That was £10 for a board which had already been cut to this thickness. Now I followed the instructions by Cape Falcon Kayak on YouTube. It's quite easy to make. If you did want to laminate the paddle, you'd need some way of splitting the board. So you'd either need a table saw or a bandsaw, and you'd need plenty of clamps to do the glue joint. But overall it was fairly easy to make. The only thing I did find is that when I tried to use an electric planer, I almost ruined it. So that's the only thing I'd change, unless you're very skilled. Just use a hand plane, and I used an orbital sander with some coarse grit sandpaper, which I found much safer and easier to use. The weight of the paddle, it comes in at about one kilo, just over 1 kilo, which is almost exactly the same actually as my existing paddle. So neither of these paddles are particularly light. This is a glass fibre paddle, which I quite like actually. I probably could have made the Greenland paddle a little bit lighter, maybe by thinning the blade down a bit. Now, I took it out for a test paddle, and I quite liked it. It's the first time I've used a Greenland paddle. Everybody talks about blade flutter, which I did get a little bit of at first, but it wasn't really difficult to get the hang of it. Speed was a little bit less than the Euro paddle, but it did feel a lot easier on the wrists and the shoulders. I tried a roll with it, that worked okay. So if you're thinking of making a paddle like this, go for it. It's not difficult if you've got basic woodworking tools. And as I say, the cost of the timber came to about £70. If I was to buy one of these commercially, they seem to be about 300, so it's well worth having a go at making one yourself if you're just interested in seeing how they perform. Okay, hope that was helpful. Bye.